This right here is Claressa Shields talking about how peaceful her life is with Papoose. She calls him her superhero, says he's like a cheat code, says he helps her make decisions and brings calm into her life. Sounds perfect, right? Well, baby, hold on, because what happened next completely changed the conversation.
What ways has Papoose brought you peace?
It's like he has some experience over me as far as in like how long he's been here. So I'm being honored tonight and I'm making big deals in my career and I'm doing all this stuff, but it's like he's done it already. So when it's like I'm making decisions or having to figure things out, I can always come to him. It's almost like he's a cheat code almost. He's been like helping direct my life, and even when it comes like to people, if somebody is disloyal to me or somebody hurt me, he like cut him off. Like once I cut him off, he don't want to hear about me no more.
That's not New York in you.
Yeah, it's like, nah, G, we ain't doing that. He like my superhero. If something go wrong, Pap is right there to fix it. Like, don't worry, I got it. And he really be having it.
We have a lot of peace within our lives, even when if we do have a disagreement. It's not like we enemies, you know what I mean? We can get past it, and I can talk to her and she can understand. You know, sometimes we get caught in a storm and we think...
Claressa got Papoose's name tattooed on her body, right here on her chest. She says it's the first time she has ever gotten a man's name tattooed on her, and she went and got it as a surprise, without even telling him beforehand. She called him afterward and showed him through FaceTime, and he could not believe it.
You got Pap's name tatted on you?
Yeah, on my titty.
Oh, shit. Okay. So it's the first time you ever got a man's name tatted?
Yeah.
Shout out to that.
Are you crazy?
I already knew the answer. I just had to ask.
Oh, I said who else deserves to have their name tatted on my body?
Just Pap.
That's it. Papoose.
Yeah.
And I could have got his real name, Shamil, but I didn't want to get that.
She also talks here about wanting her husband's name tattooed on her one day.
Okay.
Everybody call him Papoose.
Okay.
Everybody. Don't nobody call him his first name.
So now let me ask you a question.
You just want him off the
No.
It's
a regular one.
Okay.
When should someone get their partner's name tatted on them? When is it the right?
When you feel it. When you feel it. I always said I wanted to get my husband's name tatted on me.
Even though her and Pap are not married yet, she insists they will be. And remember that diamond ring she flashed online that got everyone saying they were engaged? Yeah, we're going to come back to that one.
Said that. So me and Pap are not married yet, but we will be.
Okay, so now you guys are official. Are you guys living together at that point or just dating?
Absolutely not living together. Absolutely not.
Okay.
Claressa has a property, her own home, and then she has other numerous properties. And I have my own property and my own places of residence as well.
Right. Well, I think at one point she kind of flashed a diamond ring, so people were thinking, oh, you guys engaged, but I guess she said no.
Yeah, every time I'm supposed to be our wife and stuff. You see this big old ring on my finger? Bling-a-ding-a-ding-ding. Engaged. I'm getting tired of people asking me, when your wedding? When your wedding? When you gonna have kids?
No. We have bought each other gifts for different holidays. I bought nice gifts for Valentine's Day. So we exchanged numerous gifts, but never a ring.
Well, soon come.
Yeah, but we will be. But it's like it's hard for me. I'm a person who don't really feel stuff, especially like emotionally. I feel like I lack that sometimes.
Yeah.
And it just was like with Pep, I always felt every conversation, every hug, every touch, every kiss. And I was like, man, what the fuck is this shit? So with all that going on, I'm like, we talked about getting each other name tatted. And I was like, so if I was to get it, where would you want me to get it at? And at the time we were still private. We wasn't out in the open.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I gotta get it somewhere where if I put on my boxing outfit where it doesn't show, or it's gonna give it away.
Yeah.
Right. And so I'm like, we was talking, he was like, you should get it like right here or right there. And he didn't even know when I was going to go get it. I just went and got it.
Wow.
And then I called him over the phone, and it's a funny video that I got when I FaceTimed him. And I showed him, because I had been telling him. So one, we talk all day and every day.
Yeah.
So I disappeared for a couple hours. And he was like, you've been busy as hell today. Like every time you get to, while you in Flint, it's hard to reach you. But I'm like, I had lied to him. I told him I had a meeting, and I didn't. The meeting was my tattoo.
Yeah.
So I called him like, hey, I'm done with my meeting, and we were just talking, whatever. And he like, yeah, I just left the gym. And then I just was like, look. And I showed him the tattoo. He was like, oh, what? He couldn't believe it.
Yeah, I love you and Pap. When I first seen that shit, I was just like, you know what?
It goes great. It goes great.
And here's another interesting detail. July 6th, 2024 is the date that's officially being given as when Claressa and Papoose first connected at the Shakur Stevenson fight. But baby, there are multiple discrepancies about the actual timeline of when these two really started talking, and some of those dates go back way further than people realize.
That Shakur Stevenson fight.
Yeah.
And then
you shook her hand and said you were a fan.
Yeah, I happened to be walking to my seat and I
happened to be.
Yeah, and I was like, wow, is that Claressa Shields? I've always been a fan of her.
Yeah, I got a video he sent me back in 2000 and was it 20 or something?
Yeah, every time I'm supposed to be our wife and stuff. You see this big old ring on my finger? Bling ding ding ding. Engaged.
Now here's where it gets juicy. Claressa posted this vacation photo with Papoose, caption and everything. But baby, look closely at his arm. That is Remy Ma's face and name, still tattooed on him, clearly visible in the frame. She deleted this from her story shortly after. Okay, so let's slow down for a second and recap everything we just went through. Because honestly, when you put all of these pieces together, the picture becomes a whole lot clearer and a whole lot messier too. We started this video with Claressa Shields talking about how peaceful her life is with Papoose. She called him her superhero. She said he's like a cheat code in her life. She said whenever she's making big decisions or trying to figure something out, she goes to him because he's already been through it. She said even when they disagree, it's not like they're enemies, they talk it through and move past it. On the surface, that sounds like exactly what a healthy relationship should look like. Stability, communication, peace. But then we saw the tattoo. Claressa got Papoose's name tattooed on her chest, and she made it very clear this was the first time she has ever gotten a man's name permanently put on her body. Think about that for a second. Not just any tattoo, her first one of this kind, dedicated to him. And the way she did it makes it even bigger. She didn't ask him where to put it. She didn't plan it out with him. She just went and got it done as a surprise. She told him she had a meeting that day, when really she was at the tattoo shop. Then she called him afterward and revealed it to him over FaceTime, and he was shocked. That is a major public declaration of commitment, and she has talked about it openly, proudly, multiple times. Now here's where things start getting complicated. Remember that ring video? The one everyone online was reacting to with ding 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 engaged. People genuinely believed that Papoose had proposed, because Claressa was flashing this huge diamond ring on camera. But it turns out that ring had absolutely nothing to do with Papoose. That ring was from Tony Rich. Claressa was engaged to Tony Rich during that exact same period, the same period she was getting close to Papoose. So while fans online were celebrating what they thought was a Papoose engagement, the actual story is that she was engaged to a completely different man at the time. And that brings us to the timeline itself. The official story, the one being given publicly, is that Claressa and Papoose first connected on July 6th, 2024, at the Shakur Stevenson fight. That's the date that gets repeated. He says he was walking to his seat, recognized her, told her he was a fan, shook her hand. Sounds innocent enough, right? Except, there are multiple discrepancies about this. Other accounts, and even old messages suggest their connection actually goes back much further than that one fight. Which means that we just met as fans. Story and the actual timeline don't fully line up. And if Claressa was engaged to Tony Rich during the same period and also building something with Papoose, the timeline becomes a much bigger deal than just a fun, how we met story. Now let's get into the vacation photo, because this is the moment that really brought everything full circle. Claressa posted a picture with Papoose from their vacation. Full caption, very public, very this is my man energy. But if you looked closely, really zoomed in on his arm, you could clearly see Remy Ma's face and name, still tattooed on him. Still there, still visible. And not long after people started pointing it out, that story disappeared from her page. Deleted, which strongly suggests she didn't realize it was in frame until it became a topic of conversation. And then, Papoose posted his own version of that exact same photo. Same vacation, same moment, same two people. But somehow, his version is cropped just enough that the tattoo never enters the frame at all. Same picture, two completely different edits. And only one of those two people seemed to fully understand what the internet would zoom in on. So when you line all of this up, her very public, very permanent tattoo of his name, the ring that everyone assumed was from him but actually wasn't, the official meet cute timeline that doesn't fully match up with other accounts, and now this tattoo situation where he is still carrying his ex-wife's face and name on his body, a pattern really does start to form here. Claressa has consistently been the one putting things on display. The tattoo, the captions, the explanations, the timeline clarifications. She's the one constantly proving the relationship publicly. Meanwhile, Papoose still carries a permanent reminder of his previous marriage, and whether he's done it on purpose or not, that creates a very specific dynamic. One person is showing devotion. The other person's body is still telling a different story. And honestly, that's what this whole situation really comes down to. It's not just about one photo, or one tattoo, or one ring. It's about what happens when you put all of these moments side by side, and what they suggest about where each person in this relationship is actually standing. So what do you think about all of this? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments section. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like this video, share it with someone, and subscribe because there's always more to break down.